A humble slave I am of an almighty Lord.
Prophet spoke about in Sahih Muslim and others about what now earthquakes will become frequent. It's a reality. Look how we're seeing it. Wasn't it last month Australia? Now it's Japan. Now we're here in China. Well, you think it's not going to be here? You think that these type of events can't afflict us? If you spoke to people in Japan a day before the tsunami hit, Kaif? I mean, look at people when it hit. Look at the news coverage when it hit. What were people doing right there on the brink of the tsunami? And I had a report that this was the top center in the world for detecting tsunamis. The reporter asked, when a tsunami is about to hit, and when do you know it's about to hit? And he says, he's just beating around the bush. A simple question, don't beat around the bush. How long do you know before it hits? He says, 5 or 10 minutes. But then we've got to tell people. 5. This is the supreme control center of detecting earthquakes and tsunamis, and the best you've got is 5 or 10 minutes before, and then you've still got to disseminate the knowledge that it's about to hit. The point I'm trying to stress here is when we detach from original order, had you only just gazed at the animals, looked at animals being still connected with the earth, with real creatures, you would have got like hours of notice about what was about to hit inside the natural order. Just the movement of animals would have told you something has gone wrong, and we better move in the direction of the animals, follow them. You see, like what they did to be sent beneath the earth. No, they generally escape these tribulations, generally escape them. Human beings' interference in the earth, in Surah Al-Rum, ظهر الفساد في البر والبحر بما كسبت أيدي الناس. Corruption appears upon land and sea due to what man's hands have in. Why, Ya Allah? Why? لِيُذِيقَهُمْ بَعْضَ الَّذِي عَمِلُوا. So we make them taste some of what their hands have in. لَعَلَّهُمْ يَرْجِعُونَ. And perhaps they may return back to He subhanahu wa ta'ala. What our hands have in, what the animals did. So they generally escape. Look at a book called Waste, the book called Waste. Read the book where he says the greed of England, who like shrimps and prawns and all of that stuff, because they overfished in Indonesia and they took a natural barrier against the tsunami so it wouldn't hit land. They took that many fish and prawns from the seas of Indonesia. It removed a natural barrier that Allah Ta'ala placed there. And when the tsunami hit, it hit with devastating force because of what man's hands have made directly, empirically understood. And we've got to understand our interference in the mizan, in the balance upon the face of the earth. And we can't look at kafara fajara. We've got to look at Ahlul Deen, the people of Islam, the stewards, Ahlul Khilafah. At this point, that's the point, we're all blaggers, we're all fraudsters, all of us. And we're going to sit and just chat nonsense around a cup of tea and a few chocolate biscuits. What do you think about the tsunami? What do you think's happening in Japan? What's the wisdom of that? Usjud faqtarib. Bow your head and draw close to Allah Ta'ala and plead for forgiveness. That's the issue. It's not chatting nonsense, not discussing it over CNN or what have you. And it get real. And that would have been the message of the Sahaba. What would the message of the Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam? Would he be chatting nonsense about what? About what goes on in the world? We don't hear him. His conversations with Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. His pleading is with Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. You understand the type of people are crafted? Earthquakes happen in the time of the Prophet ﷺ. He takes his staff, boom, stamps them on the earth, be still, and the earth is still. Time of Umar ibn Khattab, earthquake shake, boom, be still, and it's still. The Nile begins to do its own thing. Look at Umar, Umar's crazy. Ibn al-Khattab radiallahu ta'ala, he writes a letter to the Nile from Umar ibn Khattab, Amir al-Mu'mineen, to the Nile of Egypt. And he sends it to Amr ibn al-As. Give the letter to the Nile. If you rise and fall of your own accord and do what you like, but if you're beneath the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you better listen, son. And the Nile listens to Umar, the letter of Umar. That's someone who's crazy. Someone who's khalas, like Hassan al-Basri said, Majaneen. They were mad people, these folk, these Sahaba. Different types of way they operate inside of the universe, really radically different. What's water? Something controlled by Allah Ta'ala. Tsunami comes, Sahaba will place his hand in front of the tsunami, keep it in check. Prophet does it for the fire, the most uncontrollable creation of Allah Ta'ala. Yawm al-Qiyamah places his hand in front of hellfire. Hellfire is still in check, and the angels can recapture hell, 14 million of them. Cave. Abu Ala al-Hadrami radiallahu ta'ala an, he gets to water. Abu Hurairah, Sahaba, armies, there they are in the Persian Gulf. What do we do here? Hold on. Jumps off his horse, rak'atayn on his horse, right, hit the water. Over the water, Abu Hurairah says, and we were having conversation. He said the hooves of our horses never even got wet, and we could hold conversation with each other as we're riding across the Gulf. Majaneen, crazy folk, crazy people. Those who place power in the hands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah ta'ala manifests power, His power upon their hands, and everything is subjugated beneath them. They're the true stewards of the earth. And that's what our time demands. That's what our time summons for. It doesn't need jokers. Jokers end up in the army of the Dajjal. It needs those who will say this about Manhaj al-Nubuwah. So they stand in the armies of great people, Isa ibn Maryam, Muhammad ibn Abdullah, Mahdi al-Muntadhir. That's what it needs in our time. Serious folk. And serious folk are crazy. That's what serious folk, they're crazy. They cast the dunya beside them, behind them, just like the date palm tree, and they yearn for Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. Are you? Any questions? جزاكم الله خيرا صلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم.